Welcome to the weekly Metaverse update. We had a lot of exciting news happen within Wilder World. I hit my 1-year anniversary in creating content, and there were multiple big announcements from Gunzilla Games on multiple fronts. Things really heated up in Wilder World last week, and sometimes it's hard to be able to choose which ones I want to talk about in these updates. So I've chosen 3 that I feel like were the most impactful. So the first one I want to talk about is that for the first time we have individuals that are not team members that have been playing Wilder World. These are the mods of Discord. Many of us tried to get them to leak some more information to the rest of the community because a lot of us were just jealous that they were able to get in and play around. But we are really excited for them to be able to get in and be able to test it out and help the team better improve the gameplay and be able to get it ready for larger groups of individuals that will start going out later on next week. And my hopes of being one of the first ones to gain access came true when at the end of last week, Casper reached out to me and told me that sometime at the middle of this week, I will gain access. How much I'll be able to share, I'm not sure, but the things that I want to be able to bring is some live streams, some more educational content of things that you'll be able to see, maybe some additional lore that might be involved, and just give you a little bit more access to the things that I notice that may have a larger impact as time goes on. But the team is going to start rolling in more and more players. So the second big update that came from Wilder World was their website. I'm going to go in more detail of what things I saw and exclusively release a video to my community on Zero. But it is really amazing to see what the team has put together. The graphics that are on there and the art design, as well as just the way that they created the website, the additional lore and information, and it really start to bring to life the exciting new developments that the team have been working on. But if you dive deep into the website, you will see that there's a lot of great information there to be able to learn about the different avatars, to learn more about the lore, to learn about more what's coming, and to start really get a bigger picture of what this game is going to entail. So if you haven't gotten the chance, please go to wilderworld.com and check out the website because there is a lot of really cool information there and you're going to love it. I mean, one of the things that I really love about it is the fresh new IP. In a society that is recycling and reskinning a whole bunch of old IP, it is really nice to start to see a world and characters come to life with an IP that Wilder World is creating that is fresh and new. And it's really starting to feel like that when you look at the landscape of Miami, you know by just looking at it that it comes from Wilder World. And then the third thing that happened last week that I feel like had a great impact on Wilder World is them moving from number 9 to number 7 on the most wishlisted games on Epic Games Store. Not a lot happened in the world of Zero, but you can expect a new website coming out soon, more information about Z-Chain, and the major role that Zero will play in making Wilder World a reality. Last week, Meow gave us a leak that we'll be getting a new website soon, and it looks like a leaderboard of sorts will be a major part of that new website. Many don't understand how critical it is for these new websites to come out and start to clarify the differences between Wilder World, Zero, and Meow, and start to show their individual roles within the bigger picture. And then within the world of Belshi Bits, I was able to celebrate 1 year of creating content for Wilder World, Zero, and Meow. Never did I expect to start creating long-form or short-term content. I just really had a passion for Wilder World and Zero, and then later Meow came into the picture. I really have had a great time being able to bring each one of you better insights on what is happening within all of these teams, as well as the developments that have been coming out. I really have made an effort to also help try to bring together different metaverse projects and platforms that we may be able to improve the space together. I know that a lot of individuals and different teams are working really hard. With 1 year of creating content, I did want to share 3 things that I have learned along the way. And the first one is you have to really love what you are doing. I have noticed that over this year that if I didn't have a passion for Wilder World and Zero and everything that those teams are doing, I would have given up a long time ago. But I really do believe what they're doing. I do believe in the project. I do believe in the investment I've made into the project, not only in monetary means, but also in the dedication and the sacrifice in creating long-form content without receiving any type of privilege for doing so. You have to really love what you're talking about. Whatever you're creating content about, you have to have a passion for and you have to really enjoy it, or you're going to get burned out really quick. Because you're going to have every feeling and every excuse to want to just not create that video, or to not push forward, or to not improve, or to just give up and quit. You have to really love what you're doing. And so I can gladly say that I am passionate about Wilder World and Zero, because I have been consistent week after week after week for an entire year. And that is not easy to do. I have wanted to give up many of times and wondered, why am I doing this? But a lot of it is I do believe in the team and I do believe in what they're doing. So I've really appreciated the opportunity to be able to create this content, to be able to learn that for myself, and to continue to have that belief in the teams that are creating this day in and day out. The second thing I've learned is that there will be many people that will try to tell you what you should be doing that have never made the effort for themselves. Most of them don't have the courage to do it themselves. They don't have the discipline or consistency to keep doing hard things, or the ability to fail over and over again until success is found. So what I've learned is accept failure, learn from it, and keep moving forward. And take advice from people that are in the arena with you, not from individuals that have not even attempted to be able to step in and try what they're telling you you should do. I need individuals that have done what I've done and have succeeded in what I'm doing so that I can learn from their success. And so if you're ever thinking about creating content for any type of passion that you have, make sure that you're learning from individuals that have actually done the work, and not from individuals that think they just know what you should be doing. And then the third thing that I've learned over the year in creating content is just start. You may not be the best at speaking, you may not be the best at editing, you may not have the best equipment, whatever it is, whatever excuse you're telling yourself to not start, just start. I am filming from a camera. I just learned how to get a light and maybe create some better lighting. I have a microphone. I learned how to have better sound. And so little by little, as you learn how to improve your craft and improve the things that you want to do, your content and your value will improve, and more people will be interested in the things that you're saying. So seize every single opportunity that comes your way and celebrate every single small win that you have. Because most of the time, you will be celebrating and struggling in silence. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to do the work for you. So you will have to struggle in silence. And that is an extremely hard thing to do for many people. So if you have the courage and fortitude to be able to celebrate and struggle in silence, when that roar of the crowd comes, you will have a better appreciation for what it took to be able to get there, even though that crowd won't understand the long nights, the long days, and the amount of work that you had to put in order to get to that point. And so just appreciate it and appreciate it yourself, because you know what? You should be doing it for the reasons you want and not for the reasons that everyone else tells you you should be doing it for. To most, my analytics are probably embarrassing or small or unimpressive. But you know what? To me, they're impressive. And so I'm going to show you some of the analytics that I'm really proud of that I've been able to achieve over this last year. I've been able to create 75 long-form videos, 145 short-form videos, and 1 live stream. On YouTube, I went from 0 to 552 subscribers, had 67,000 views across all of my videos, and almost 3,000 watch hours. On X, I gained 1,205 new followers and had 2 million impressions over the last year, which I was blown away with because I never expected to see 2 million with any effort that I was making. But maybe that means nothing, because I'm sure Elon Musk gets that with every sneeze that he makes on X. I will gladly take the 2 million. I will gladly thank each one of you who have made any type of impression on any of my content, and I really do appreciate you believing in me and supporting me over the years. I am really proud of what I have accomplished with 0 sponsors, 0 token deals, and 0 privileges from any team. I did this purely because I believed in a team, I invested in a team, and I continued to invest in teams with my time, my attention, and my own personal means. Something that did happen because of my hard work and dedication was the team honored me with being the very first ambassador for Wilder World. It was a complete honor, and I really do appreciate the team having the faith and belief in me. And then finally, something else that I'm really proud of that I was able to accomplish in this last year was releasing a merch store for my brand, and also getting a green light from the team to be able to put products on there that was branded by Wilder World, Zero, and Meow. They did let me know that in the future they will most likely be bringing out their own store with their own products. I am happy to be able to just bridge the gap between now and then. So if you are interested, please go to metaware.store and pick up your favorite products today. In the worlds that the communities are building, Frank Wilder went back to his roots and created some digital art of jewelry that he was imagining up. It was really nice to see him go back to those roots and be able to just have a good time. That is definitely what a creative like Frank Wilder should do in order to decompress from all of that hard work he's been putting into Wilder World. And then we have Wes Wilder consolidating all of that important data and bringing it to his Walfa community. I really do appreciate the efforts from Wes, because when I'm away and I can't pay attention to everything that the team is doing, it is definitely Wes' channel that I go to pick up on the latest Walfa and make sure that I stay up to date and don't miss anything that I need to focus on. So if you're like me and you want to stay up to date and you want to make sure you don't miss a thing and you have a busy life, make sure you join Wes Wilder's Walfa channel on Zero. In other worlds, last week we had Gunzilla Games dominating the news feed. There were two items that really gained the attention of everyone. The first one was their acquisition of Game Informer.
We've got some big news to share today. Game Informer is back, and so is 100% of the team that was bringing you Game Informer when we shut down this past summer.
That means production, design, video, editorial, everybody. Everything you loved about Game Informer before is coming back, but we're rethinking it and evolving it to be bigger and better. All of that is coming back, including an all-new approach to Game Informer magazine, both in print and digital forms.
The short version is that Gunzilla Games purchased Game Informer. Game Informer now operates under an independent entity called Game Informer Inc.
Editorial independence has been foundational for Game Informer ever since it was started back in the 90s, and it will continue to be a sacred element of our operation going forward. Stay tuned in the coming months for more information about the relaunch of our physical magazine. But in the meantime, you can go to GameInformer.com right now and catch up on a ton of reviews of games that came out while we were shut down. Thank you so much for watching this video and for your continued support of Game Informer. We are so glad to be back.
I love that this clip highlights that Gunzilla Games is going to give Game Informer autonomy and act independently from Gunzilla Games. I think this is really important to be able to build trust and integrity with the new community. Gunzilla Games also announced that they will be bringing their Guns token to Binance, which is the first time Binance has brought a gaming token to their platform in over a year. Many believe that this is a do or die moment for gaming tokens, but I tend to disagree. I think that Gunzilla Games has done an incredible job with Off the Grid. The game stands alone. They don't need the token to succeed in order for the game to succeed, and that is the way that Web3 gaming needs to proceed. The token needs to be completely independent from the game, and the only way that's going to happen is if you have a game good enough to stand alone. And then in the world of OBR, we all got gibified. There's nothing else to really talk about. I feel like my entire feed was filled with gibified images of every part of history, every part of something that was important, any type of meme. Basically, our entire life for an entire week was gibified. It is a perfect example of how something so simple and small can catch fire and just go viral. As much as I hated it, I also kind of liked it, but I kind of hope that it doesn't continue. Well, there you have it. That is my weekly Metaverse update. There's a lot of stuff that'll be coming out soon. I have a dedicated devlog video that will be coming out, as well as streaming Wilder World experiences that I'll be having, education, giving you a deeper dive into some of those things. So I may not do the weekly Metaverse update if my time is focused on making sure that you have the latest of the great things that the Wilder World team is doing, but I will make sure that you stay up to date, and that if you don't have access, that I can bring you stuff that makes you feel like you have access and that you really understand what the team has done, and that we can all celebrate this incredible accomplishment from every team and every individual that had anything to do with making this a success. Make sure you subscribe below. I really do appreciate every single one of you, because if there were 552 people in the same room and I was talking to them, it would feel like a big accomplishment.